Welcome back, my Jedi friends, and today we're going to discuss the Jedi art of fighting without fighting, which originally we'll give credit to Bruce Lee for this one. The art of fighting without fighting. We're going to talk about this today. We're going to talk about how to fight without landing a single blow. So this is verbal linguistics Jedi style today, folks. This is what we're going to cover. It's what we're going to cover. Now, some people are bullies. That is just the thick of it. And most people that are highly sensitive are very good at letting stuff go. Very good at letting stuff go. Now, in 99% of the time, it's probably a good idea just to let stuff go, folks. Just to let it go. But if you're highly sensitive or you're an empath or a good person, the odds are you've been letting stuff go for a long time. And if they're the same people coming back at you with the same bullshit, then you're going to need a different set of skills. You're going to need to incentivize them to not want to do it in the future. And that's what this video is about. This is for the one tick too many, the death of 100 cuts, the frequent offenders, the people who piss you off and get away with it. And the reason that we're covering this subject is because you might think you're being spiritual or doing the good thing by not reacting to it, by not doing anything about it, by letting it go. But what you're doing is enabling this behavior. You're giving them permission to do it again, and you're setting somebody else up for the same bullshit that they're going to have to deal with. You don't deal with it, so someone else is going to have to. Now, even if you do deal with it, that doesn't guarantee that someone else is not going to have to. But what it is, it's going to be a superpower for you because you'll be able to have an extra set of skills, an extra skill set for certain situations and certain times. And this might be that 1 in 100 time. A person who just keeps coming back with the same nonsense. You're going to be able to deal with it head on. And that, my friend, is the Jedi art of fighting without fighting. So I've covered a few of these things in various random videos, but I'm going to aggregate it all and give you all of the tools that are relevant to this topic in this video. Now, the people that are usually frequent offenders for highly sensitive people, empaths, light workers, healers, call them what you will, good people, are narcissistic personalities, psychopathic personalities, and or if you're not familiar with that diagnosis, arseholes. People who are just arseholes. They're the people who are always right, they always make you wrong, and they have to win the conversation, and they get energy by making you feel bad. You're probably the person who raises your energy by raising the energy of those around you because there's a lovely natural synergy to that. But occasionally you're going to run into someone and their energy system only wins when everyone around them loses. And there's lots of subtle tricks to this. There's the super manipulator, and what they can do is they do a good job of building you up first. They go in, they pretend to be your best friend. And they build you up, they build you up, they build you up. And then suddenly they'll do something that completely clips your wings, that brings your energy right down. Master manipulators, arseholes, narcissists. That's one of their tricks, one of the games. So what you're going to do the next time that happens is call out the behavior. So we've talked about this a few times, and this is so important. I'm going to keep putting it in videos because it is really, really important. The fastest thing you can do without fighting is to call out bad behavior, to say it as it is. And that will be something like, why do you think it's okay to say things like that? What is your intention for that comment? Now, the narcissist won't be able to answer it, not with any sort of good answer, because the real answer, and you'll know it, and so will they, is to make you feel like shit. It's to give them a one up on you. So calling it out and remaining calm, it will put them on the spot and it will make them have to justify the behavior, which of course we all know is unjustifiable. So calling things out is your number one friend if you're dealing with people, situations head on, face to face. Why are you saying that? What do you hope to gain by saying that? What is your end goal here? What is your intention for this comment? What makes you think it's all right to say that? Make them uncomfortable, folks. And they will be uncomfortable, especially narcissists, because publicly they have to look good to their peers. And if you call them out in a public forum, they'll hate it. They'll absolutely hate it. And all you want them is to create enough pain that they'll think twice about doing it again. And if they do it again, you'll have the tools. The Jedi art of fighting without fighting is to call out bad behavior. That is your number one tool. Absolutely number one tool, to say what it is, to call it out, to make it public. The reason that you're going to do this is because only you'll know if it's a symptom. A symptom for people that are highly sensitive or empathic is someone will do something bad to you and you'll take it home. You'll think about it. You think that was wrong. Why did they do that? You may be feeling guilty. You may be beating yourself up. You may be starting to doubt yourself. That's the intention of the comment, folks. And if you're not dealing with that head on, they've got exactly what they want by you, not only impacting you once, but then impacting you in a way that you've taken this home. And that's not going to work for you, is it? It's not going to work, folks. It's not going to work. So part of this, the key foundation to this, folks, is to love yourself enough to not put up with nonsense. This is about your relationship with you. And this is where the Jedi art of fighting without fighting comes. It comes from you giving a shit enough about yourself to not want to listen to any bullshit, to anyone that's taking the piss, and to anyone that's trying to clip your wings or take your energy away for their own self-aggrandizement. And that is usually what happens. Narcissistic personalities, they set the world afire around you, they crush your confidence, and that's how they get their power. Their power, folks. You can take that away by doing this. Take it away, folks. Take it away. Be a Jedi. So this is just one of the techniques, but generally standing your ground, generally calling things out. And in the advanced thing, where if it's a family member, if you've had every single possible conceivable conversation that you think that you can have and nothing good has come out of it and the behavior refuses to change, then one that I have done, and I don't even necessarily recommend it, but I will say that it stops people from pissing you off, is to give them a taste of their own medicine. And no narcissist is going to like that. They'll get very sensitive, very precious, and they will prey on your good nature and your empathy to try and make you feel guilty. Now, there's a time and a place, and this is like superpower practice, folks, is to stop feeling any empathy for the narcissist when you're giving them a taste of their own medicine, to know that this is how it feels to be them and this is what they do to other people. And it's a good trick for any empath, at least once in your life, to do this to the frequent offender narcissist, just to feel what it's like to be on the giving end of the equation. But more importantly, to see their reaction to their own behavior. You can explain it all day. A narcissist will never get it. They'll just feign ignorance. The only way for them to get it is for you to give them the feeling of what you feel when they do it to you. And that is to unleash their own behavior on themselves. But this is potentially, folks, the advanced class. This usually comes later in life because the average empath can be pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed, and you might not have reached your limit yet. But fortunately for you, I am the ghost of Christmas future if you haven't done this yet, because after being pushed so far for so long, you'll reach a point that you will develop this skill set and it will feel better being able, just knowing that it's there. I'm not saying to use it on any sort of frequent basis, but it's a great skill to have, to own, a tool that you may never need to use, but you have it there nonetheless. And that's the important thing here, folks. And that, my friends, is the Jedi art of fighting without fighting. You will fight without fighting, my friends. You will own this tool, you will feel better, and you will go out and be a more powerful version of yourself because you love yourself and you believe in yourself enough to not take any of the nonsense, folks. And if you want more pieces of the jigsaw of how not to take nonsense and how to feel better and how to empower yourself, how to love yourself better, and how to use energy in a productive way to help yourself and others, then you'll want to like and subscribe to the video. If you want another piece of the jigsaw, It's just there, folks. Either way, go off, be a Jedi, and do your fighting without fighting.